Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and today I'm coming to you with a question from a subscriber. Angel emailed me recently and asked me about how my YouTube channel started and how I created the focus of the channel and I guess the characteristics of the channel. He has a small channel of his own and I guess is wanting to try to ask other content creators how all these things came about. How do you decide what you do? How do you decide what kind of content you make, your personality, that kind of stuff? Well, he asked for a little bit of a history of the channel. So I thought this would actually be a really good video to make for some of you guys that have been following me for some time, or even new subscribers that don't know much about the Texas Gun Vault and its history. First off, if you are interested, you can go back and on the main channel, the Texas Gun Vault, and see every video I have ever uploaded that I can still have visible. So some got like demonetized and removed for copyright violations, because when I was, first starting out and I only had like, 100 subscribers, I might borrow music from something else or whatever, and it got, struck or whatever. And then there were things that I used to have on the channel that I can't have anymore. So for example, a long time ago, I did own a bump stock. So I had videos of me shooting with a bump stock that YouTube does not allow anymore. So those had to be taken down and removed. So not every video I have ever created is on YouTube. But for the most part, I would say 96% of them are there. So if you really want to go back, and it's kind of embarrassing, go back and you can see the early Texas Gun Vault, which was really called the Fort Worth Colt Guy. That's what I started off as. And so my channel got its impetus with a friend. His name is Jason as well. And he goes by the Fort Worth Glock Guy, FW Glock Guy to be specific. And he's really more into knives than he is into guns. But he created a YouTube channel probably back in about 2011, 2012. And this was the time that when YouTube, I think, was at its height. It was its best. It was honestly a place of free speech and expression, and people can put up anything that they wanted. It wasn't as politicized as it is today. And so I said, hey, and I even remember asking him, hey, would you be offended if I called myself the Fort Worth Colt Guy? Because he liked Glocks, I like Colts. I still do. And I was like, well, that'd be a cool channel name, and we can kind of do it as like a companion channel. And we did that for a while. And the early videos, when you're first starting out, it was just for fun. It wasn't like daily uploads like I do today or anything. It was just whenever I felt like it. And a lot of times it was interactions with other small content creators. In those days, I remember when you were really small, you kind of banded together with other small content creators. You kind of had like a little bit of like an alliance. You all kind of supported each other. You had these videos that you would ask for responses for. They would respond to you. You would respond to them, and so forth. And then as I got more guns, learned about guns, I started to kind of branch out into just creating content that I felt was missing on YouTube. So for example, if I bought a part that I didn't find an installation video for, well, once I learned how to install that particular part, I would make a video about it, hopefully trying to help some other people. And I think that's kind of how it got started. You can go back to as I said, the early channel and watch. It's kind of embarrassing. You see a much younger me, and I was filming on a cell phone like I am right now. But back then, the cell phone technology was not as good as it is today, or the camera technology. So that's how it all got started. And I also keep the channel up for myself because I've always done YouTube for me. I like interacting with you guys. I like talking with you. But inevitably, it's about me. There's something in me, even though I am an extreme introvert. And I know a lot of people don't believe me. Like when I go out to the social events I go with my wife to, people have a hard time believing that I'm an introvert. They go, there is no way you are. I really, really am. Very introverted. I can go for days if I had to, without seeing another human being and be perfectly fine. I don't know what it is to be lonely. I just don't. I'm that introverted. But I've always had this thing inside me to want to perform, to be on stage. It's one of the reasons why I'm a musician. And so when I perform or when I record videos, I'm in that particular mode. And when I'm not recording videos, I'm, I guess, my natural state, very introverted, very quiet. And so where am I going with this? Yeah, I know it's kind of a brambly thing, but oh yeah. So creating content, it's a way for me to be able to express myself, and it helps me, and has helped me in the past when I was going through very bad times in my life. And one of the reasons I keep all the videos up on the YouTube channel, all the embarrassing ones, all the ones that are topical, going back many years, back to 2012, is it documents for me my journey, not only on YouTube and through my gun collecting, but me as a human being. I look back on those videos, and sometimes I'll pull them up, and I know where I was in my life during those times. And sometimes it's hard for me to watch because I know what was going on and the struggles I was having in my life. And I was still finding a way to be positive and to put stuff out there and to be myself and to find joy and happiness. And that's what those videos kind of represent. I can go back and look at places that I've lived, how I filmed, you know, and how my style changed over time. I would say, though, that once I got into it, I would say probably around 2015, about 2015, 2016. My focus had gone from like the small channel stuff to wanting to emulate the content creators that I liked. You know, and one of the things too, I try not to talk too much about on the channels is what channels I follow and like, or what channels I don't like. Because inevitably, if I say I like somebody, somebody will tell me I don't like them and I'm unsubscribing to you because I don't understand how you can like them. Or vice versa, I'll say, I don't like this channel, and they'll say, well, they're the best thing ever, I'm unsubscribing to you. So I am cool with people that watch whatever content you want. I have the channels I like for the reasons that I have. And you can like the channels that you like for the reasons you have and not like, and vice versa. And so I try not to talk about other channels too much because I personally know how hard it is to be a content creator, and especially when it works by himself. You know, other humongous channels have like an entire staff, you know, so they can do a lot more, or they're in a different place in their life where they're not working like I am. So they can spend every single day on YouTube content creation. I can't do that. So I have to work and have a particular schedule and work around what I do. But anyway, I started to emulate the content that I liked, the content that helped me, the content that I personally enjoyed. And I would say as the channel grew, I started to get more followers and people that liked the particular style that I had. And of course, if you follow other channels and you try to emulate them, you don't emulate them perfect. You always add your own personal flavor, your own personal spice to things. And some people liked what I had to say. And then the most amazing thing happened in my life. I met my wife, and my entire life changed. And I found happiness and joy that I never knew that I could experience. And I got to a very happy place in my life. And so I was able to start creating what I thought was better content because I was in a better mental place. And then where the channel really took off was COVID. When the pandemic hit, and what I do for a living as a musician and a teacher, a lot of it came kind of to a temporary halt because of the pandemic, and now everyone was shutting down and doing stuff. So I started to have more time on my hands and created daily content. And I started to create different series and talk about things I wanted to talk about just to kind of pass the time. And the channel grew and people liked what I was doing. And then I was reached out to by some amazing people. People that I constantly thank, people that have been supportive of the channel financially. Like Nick, a guy named Nick reached out to me and says, listen, I like what you do. I really want to see your channel grow. How can I help you grow your channel? And I said, listen, I said, if you just, just like, subscribe, whatever you can. But he bought all my camera equipment for me. And that was a huge boost to the channel. And for that, I will be forever and eternally thankful to Nick. And then when I started making better content, of course, more people came in to the fold. And as you do this more, you become better at it, so you begin to have a style, you begin to have a flow, you begin to know what you like, and because of the interaction you have with other people, you know what they like, and you can kind of tailor your style to them. I think the best advice I can give to any content creator is to just be yourself. If you do yourself and you're passionate and love what you do, people will watch. You might not be the biggest, you might not be the most popular, and you're always going to get haters, but you're always going to have people that are going to gravitate towards you because you are passionate about what you do. And the other thing I would always say to any content creator is be consistent. If you only upload once a week, upload once a week, but make it consistent. Make it where people will come to your channel and know, hey, every Friday at 4 o'clock, this content creator is going to release content that I like. Mine is daily. Because I feel as where my channel is, in order for me to compete and be relevant, I have to have daily content, where the larger channels can put out one a week and surpass what I do just because they're larger. And of course, a lot of those guys are more charismatic and outgoing than I am. And they just put on, they put on a better show. So I don't blame them, and it's more power to them. I don't do this to be famous. I don't do this to be an influencer. I don't do this for the likes. I don't get the ego boost from it. In fact, it's kind of weird because I make these videos and I'm sitting here talking to a camera in my car right now for the Texas Gun Vault 2, or if I'm in the garage and talking to the camera there, it's just me and the camera. There's nobody else. So when I create the content, I'm by myself. And I guess in my mind, I think no one else watches this. It's just me making it for me. And then I realize the scope and the people that follow me and the interactions and what they'll say and what they'll email me and what they'll send me. It's unbelievable. And I realize the reach that it has. I guess another thing I would say to any content creator is always be aware that anybody can watch you at any time, and anybody. I will tell you that I am blown away with who is subscribed to my channel, because as a content creator, you can actually see who's subscribed. You get like a full list, and you can filter them however you want. So if I ever go in there and I filter them by number of subscribers, so I can actually see the other channels that are subscribed to me. And I have channels that are a lot bigger than me that are subscribed to me, people that I look up to. And I didn't even know they were subscribed until I went through and said, who's subscribed to me? And I, clicked that. It's like, oh, wow, they watch me, and that's kind of cool. I've also been contacted. And when I say that I have been contacted by people high up in the firearms industry that literally are the, owners of companies, founders of companies, that have reached out to me, it is humbling. It is humbling to think, wait, my little video that I make in my garage and what I have to say, which I don't think I'm that innovative or, sharing with you guys any, special knowledge that can't be found elsewhere. And they watch me and they say they enjoy my videos. It's like, wow. Okay. Wow. I'm honored and humbled. So be consistent. And I also think you need to be positive and upbeat. There's a lot of channels out there that are, very, very, very negative. And that's one thing I try to make my channel about is positive Second Amendment advocacy, be upbeat and happy. Because as I said before, I was in a very bad place in my life for a long time. And I turned to YouTube and other gun channels for happiness. It was just like, wow, I'm learning this information. I'm getting to watch people shoot really cool guns. I get to hear people talk about it in a topic that I'm passionate about. And I wanted to learn everything there was to know about it. So if I can bring that happiness and joy to others, and help people through that or a similar time in their life, that's what I want to do. So I guess a long story short, that's kind of the history of the channel. And then it turned into the Texas Gun Vault. I guess after I got married and started putting out, as I said, more kind of daily content, I was like, you know, I got to rebrand myself because I moved out of Fort Worth. I don't live in Fort Worth anymore. I live in Frisco, Texas. So the Frisco cult guy doesn't make any sense. I wanted myself not to be so geographically locked, but I thought Texas was big enough. And my boys helped me pick the channel name and create the logo. And then I've had people that help tweak the logo that just like the logo. Yeah, so that's just what's happened. And how the channel grew and how I got to be where I am. I look at it, as I said, for me, as documenting my own journey and my path. And to hopefully kind of predict the future trajectory of everything. And it's just been a fun little project and experience, and it has given me a lot of purpose and drive because I'm a driven person. Some people say that I work too hard, that I'm a workaholic. But every day I wake up, I think, what content can I make? I got to get this out for the people that are, you know, waiting for it. Or if a new gun comes out, if I can get my hands on it. I want to shoot it so other people can get my thoughts and hopefully help them. And that's just what I do. I just like to help others. And it kind of feeds my need to be a performer and somehow be extroverted in some way when I'm really a very introverted person. So there you go, the history of the Texas Gun Vault and how to be a good content creator. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. And Angel, I hope this video helped you. And if you've made it to the end, it means the world to me. In fact, I'm gonna do one of those things where I'm gonna ask you to tell me a word. Let's see here. I'm looking around. What can I see? Type the word, well, I'm kind of here in a field. Yep. Type the word field into the comment section below. And I know you made it all the way to the end. So if you comment and don't put that in there, I know you're not one of my bestest fans. All right, guys. Well, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you like this video. So as always, thanks for watching.